What's good, YouTube? It's your boy P Money. Just finished up watching the brother Quest X boxing's video about Mayweather, and then I was in Ticket's live stream talking about this same thing, pretty much about how these new age fighters ain't really done enough in the game. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in on it, and I agree with both of what they were saying, where these new age fighters, they're not fighting enough. And then for Mayweather Pacquiao, I don't want to see that fight no more. Like, I seen enough whenever I saw the first one. So I just don't understand why these boxers keep doing what they're doing and allowing these 2 motherfucking old dudes to run the sport of boxing like they do. Like, I don't understand how none of them feel like they should be the ones trying to get a fight with Pacquiao since he's a champion now. Like, I feel like Pacquiao should be facing Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford or one of them instead of trying to fight Floyd Mayweather. Since you got that title, like, you shouldn't be trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be trying to fight Mayweather, who hasn't fought a real professional fighter in almost 4 years now. You shouldn't be trying to get that fight. You should be wanting that Errol Spence smoke. You should be wanting that Terrence Crawford smoke. But these fighters too they can only blame themselves, you know? They're only fighting maybe once or twice a year. Like Keith had one job, man, and he blew that shit. He blew it bad, man. Blew that shit bad. And now we got people on Fox Sports like Jalen Rose, who don't know shit about boxing, talking about, I'll pay for that fight. Mayweather versus Pacquiao too. I'll pay for that. Because that motherfucker's a casual ass fan and he don't know none of these boxers. And that's the problem right now in the sport, that nobody knows these dudes like that. Like, yeah, the hardcore boxing fans know who Errol Spence is, but a dude like Jalen Rose, he don't know him. He don't know no Errol Spence Jr. He don't know no Terrence Crawford, because they ain't out there like that. They're not fighting enough to be known like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if Earl or Terrence was able to fight Manny Pacquiao, then these guys might know them. You know, because they'll probably tune in to watch him because they know who Manny Pacquiao is. Everybody knows who Manny Pacquiao is. But like I said, these fighters only really got themselves to blame. And that's why I really fucks with basketball heavier than boxing, because it's too much of this fuckery going on in boxing to where a fight like that just happened. Manny Pacquiao did his thing, putting the beats on Keith Thurman, and then all of a sudden it's running this front page news that, oh, Floyd and Manny are trying to fight each other again. Like, I don't know why that keeps happening, but these fighters are the ones that they can only blame themselves. Can't blame nobody else for them 2 being able to rob the bank as they did the first time, because that first fight was BS in my opinion. Like, yeah, Floyd dominated him, but neither of them were sharp in my opinion. It's like they didn't really care about the fans, so they didn't go all out, and I can't respect that from either of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Pacquiao fought a young, hungry, well, I can't even say hungry anymore, a younger fighter in Keith Thurman. But we got to remember, Keith Thurman had been taking freaking 1.5 2 year layoffs and whatnot in between fights. And even though I picked Keith to win, like a dumbass, I still thought he had enough to be able to beat old man Pacquiao, but I was definitely off on that. I was way off on that shit. But it is what it is, you know. That's why fighters fight. Like, we can speculate who's gonna win, who's not, but we won't know until they actually get in there and fight each other. And Manny Pacquiao did his thing. But as far as Mayweather versus Pacquiao, I'm not trying to see that shit no more. I don't want to see that no more. I want to see, since Manny Pacquiao's a WBA champion, I want to see him trying to unify the division, not trying to get bags with Floyd Mayweather, who ain't fought in 4 years. Like, to me, that's weak from Pacquiao to even consider Mayweather right now. I don't even know why that would just roll off his tongue like that. I get that they want money, but you can still get money fighting Errol Spence, because Spence is a pretty big star, considering, I mean, he's one of the bigger stars in boxing right now. So why not fight him instead of Floyd Mayweather? Because you got that championship. Like, if you would have lost and then y'all fought again, cool. Because you ain't got no belts. You ain't holding up the division. You know what I'm saying? Or if you want to fight Mayweather, just go ahead and drop that belt. You know what I'm saying? Let somebody fight for that shit. That's actually willing to face the best in the division. And not these weak ass dudes that just because they're ranked in the division, not like, I don't want to see these champions fighting these scrubs, these number one contenders that don't really deserve to be fighting for no championships just because they promoters got a little bit of money. They over here putting their fighters in number one contendership positions, and then these top fighters is out here knocking these bums out. I'm sick of seeing that too. Like, that's why if the best were fighting the best, we would know who's gonna be the number one contender, and it shouldn't matter what, like, if you're in the WBO, WBA, WBC rankings. They should all be combined together to where we know who's number one, who's the number one contender, who's the second best, and stuff like that. Because that's how we would know for sure who's real and who's not. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy how this boxing game is, man. It's real crazy. And they got to clean that up, because they got fans, but it could be way bigger than what it is now if they actually had some semblance of, like, respectable ranking systems and whatnot. Just like Blood Boxing is always talking about. And shouts out to Blood. He's always talking about that. And I agree with him. Like, if they had something, like a credible ranking system, man, boxing would be on point all the time. But I don't really have much else to say about it. This is your boy P Money. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to all my subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I am off this.